Okay, welcome Pisces. This is your July reading. There's a lot going on for you, I think, at the moment. We'll see what's in the cards for you. This is absolutely free reading. It's just my gift to you. And please like, comment, subscribe, all those things. I'd love to hear from you. I believe there's a lot of you tuning in from the States and other places around the world. So it's just really cool that we can hang out in these spaces and celebrate each other and our love for all things mystical. So I've got a new card spread that I've been experimenting with that just honors that we're doing as much work in the 3D as we are in the 5D. I feel like lately our 3D lives have been talking to us. There's been a lot of upgrades in the air. There's been a lot of shifts. Some people going through loss, some people having to reset, particularly around the solstice. And it's really that balance between our 3D lives always need our attention, but we are exploring this 5D reality, this multi-dimensional reality, and navigating that beautifully divine, expansive space with the fact that we still have physical vessels, a 3D body, a 3D world that is, starting to show changes, but we really have a long way to go, don't we? We are trying to change patterns, wake up from our ancestral trauma, change the lines for all the generations. We want better relationships. We want better jobs. We want better everything, don't we? And we're trying to provide more meaningful and creative lives, and that is demanding. Okay, so be compassionate with yourself. Let's have a look what's happening in the 3D world for you in July. For whatever part of your chart has Pisces in it that you are exploring, navigating, tuning into. So it seems like in July, you'll be needing to make a choice. Now, many different choices in front of you. All of them look kind of cool. That one looks great from this perspective. That one looks awesome from that perspective. I want you to pick, or I encourage you and invite you to pick the one that is the most emotionally and spiritually nourishing. Now, pay attention to those words, not the one that works out the best, not the one with all the dopamine outcome, not the one that looks the shiniest, not the one that other people will like. I want you to pick the most emotionally and spiritually nourishing choice. That will open up all the doors and will actually bring so much balance into your life. This is cause and effect balance. This is balance that will make you understand, oh, that's why I had to sacrifice so much. And that's why I went through that loss and that trauma. And that's why I'm here today. And that's why I've been given this conscious choice to make. And this is going to balance something really big in your life. It's going to feel like something has settled and been resolved. But you must make the choice first so that some things can break away and the new things can come in, and you'll feel this balancing body, mind, and spirit, right? And you'll put together threads in your mind about something that fell into place. So I definitely know this feeling when justice comes through. It's really like, well, I made that decision a long time ago, and no wonder I went through the ramifications, and now I'm making this conscious choice, and that is backed with emotional and spiritual nourishment, which is good for me, good for my spirit, and all those things. It's not just a choice from the mind, it's from the heart space, right? Which will actually bring balance in the mind. So you can step forward with a balanced masculine and feminine, right? For me, this is the lovers within, the parts of us that need balancing. Once again, it's a different kind of balance. It's a union between your masculine and feminine self so that you can walk forward, right? So your masculine part needs structure, needs discipline, needs achievement, needs all of those things for healthy masculine to kick in. The feminine needs a divine connection with nature, source, spirit, something. We are naturally intuitive. We need to let go of those structures and being so masculinized. We need to sit back, surrender, connect, nourish, nurture. And we have that capacity. When you can align with both, you'll know how to step forward. You'll step into that choice The universe will balance itself. You'll feel good coming from a balanced place. You can hack into that a little bit by saying, if I felt balanced in my masculine and feminine, if I felt complete in this moment, like I needed nothing else within me to take this step, how would I be taking this step? Would I be taking this step? And what would that step feel like? From a very balanced, grounded, holistic place. And that's when the choice is just so evident. We say, oh, okay, I get it. And often this feels like a choice that is so self-respecting. It can be a choice to walk away from something that is sapping your energy, that is causing you distress, that is a constant drain, or it could be walking towards something that you know will fuel more growth. You might be a little bit worried about that, but if you had such a high level of worth and respect and balance and grounding, would you go towards it? If the straight answer is yes, go towards the nourishment, even if it's uncomfortable, right? This sense of balance is not very comfortable for most of us. We don't have a reference point for it. We spend most of our lives in dysfunction and dysregulation, that when safety and balance comes in, it can be a little bit like, wait, where's the chaos? Wait, who's about to fuck it all up for me? Something's coming. I don't trust this. I feel like there needs to be more drama. Don't engage in drama. Hold the balance and take a step forward as if that balance is everything that you want to sustain in your life, right? Because this balance is also about leadership. So if you think you're doing it just for you, second guess. You're not doing it just for you. You're doing it to create a sense of balance that might inspire others. And you might not ever know who it inspires, and you might not ever know what your impact is. But this leadership comes from an intuitive sense. It reminds me of some of the courageous acts I've been watching in my clients recently. Some of them are just stepping up in such beautiful ways to be a voice, to change patterns of the past, to speak up when nobody else before them has, to be that leader. And I feel, even though they're terrified to do it, even though it's uncomfortable, even though they're worried, that it sends such a potent message out there that other people can, that they don't understand how much of a ripple effect it creates. It is not so common that you see that sense of balance. So please go forward. There is also a sense of permission that you seek. Guess what? The permission comes from inside you. You don't have to wait for anyone else to say, it's time, I feel like you need to move forward. If you've had enough with dysfunction, and you've had enough with chaos, and you've had enough with trauma, fight and flight, constant worry, then you decide within yourself that you have everything that you need to go about it in a different way. Because this one, the leopard, actually comes through and says, also, you can strive for the highest sense of personal values. That does not mean that you need to put pressure on yourself. I believe it means that if you want the utmost respect for yourself and the utmost balance and the utmost highest values that align with your soul's calling, then it's up to you to bring those in. You don't have to hold them over anyone else's head, but it's really like, how do I want to show up in the world? At what level of integrity do I want to make this choice? And I think for you guys, Pisces, you're going to make a big choice. And it might just be a logical choice for you based on the values you want to uphold. But I feel like this ripple effect is massive. So it might span generations. It might influence people in your community and you won't even know. It might inspire a whole bunch of people passively. And all you're doing is saying, well, this is the kind of parent I want to be. And this is the kind of partner I want to be. And this is the kind of friend that I want to be. I want to be high integrity, respectful, compassionate, honest, and I want to show up. I want to show up for myself. I want to show up for other people. And that's what I believe in. The shadow work says you might experience grief. You might experience all this empowerment. You might experience all this stuff going on in the 5D because the universe is rearranging itself around this choice. There's a lot going on in your sector right now. So make the choice. Remember, emotionally and spiritually nourishing. Which one has the energy to send that ripple effect out and create change just from you standing up and saying, this is what I believe in, this is my choice. And I believe it's good for me, good for my highest needs, and good for those around me. Even when people might not agree, you might feel resistance, you might feel like no one else is going to understand it, you might get backlash, whatever it is, you uphold those values and don't worry about anybody meeting you there. I feel like we're going to make this choice. You've got big cat energy behind you. It means it might take courage, but you've got the power, you've got the permission, and it has the massive energy around it to balance something in the universe, in your universe, right? So it's big. Maybe nobody's ever done it like that before. Maybe nobody in your ancestry, in your family unit has really shown up like that, and you're deciding that you want to. So I believe it's a big decision. You might have to make it quietly with your guides, but strongly within yourself. You might have to be diplomatic with how you express it. But the most important part is give yourself permission to create the life that you want and uphold the highest values for yourself, personal values. Yeah. If I felt completely in my integrity, how would I be acting? If I felt like an empowered leader that had everything that he or she needed, what choice would I be making? If I felt that the universe was a warm and compassionate and balanced place, which choice would I be making? That's your choice. The ripple effect will happen. So all the best. July is a big month. I will see you next month, and I love you so much. Bye.